This is nuts and bolts speed training with 2 keyboard shortcuts for inserting new slides into your presentation, which is a quick way to build out your presentations directly from your keyboard. And let's start with the coolest one first, CTRL ENTER on your keyboard. And here in PowerPoint on my divider slide, for this first CTRL ENTER shortcut to work, you need to make sure that you're actively selected in the work area here on the right. If you're in the thumbnail view here on the left and you hit CTRL ENTER, notice that nothing happens. But if you click into the active work area and you hit CTRL ENTER, first off, you begin to cycle through your placeholders. But once you get to the last placeholder, you'll jump to a brand new slide, which will allow you to begin typing text. Hit CTRL ENTER again, you'll jump to your subtitle, CTRL ENTER again once you get to the end of all your placeholders, and you'll get a new slide. So this is a super fast way to quickly knock out the framework for your presentation. So that's one way to add new slides to your presentation, CTRL ENTER. Now let's look at the second shortcut, CTRL+M. So back here in my presentation, if I click to slide number 6, now there's a slight difference between how this works depending on where you're active in your presentation. So if I'm here in the thumbnail view, active in the thumbnail view, and I hit CTRL+M on my keyboard, I do create a new slide within my presentation, but I cannot immediately type into the title. So again, CTRL+M on my keyboard, I get a new slide based on my old layout, but I cannot immediately type in the title. On the other hand, if I'm actively, so I click into the active window and I hit CTRL+M on my keyboard, I get a new slide, but I can immediately type into the title, CTRL+M again, title number 3. So CTRL+M works whether you're in the thumbnail view here on the left or in the active workspace view here on the right, but there's a slight difference of whether or not you can type into the title. And the one last thing to be aware of when working with both of these shortcuts is if you're on your title slide and you either use the CTRL ENTER shortcut to cycle through your placeholders or CTRL+M, when you get to a new slide, you actually won't get a duplicate of the old slide layout. You'll instead get, if I come up to my new slide, whatever slide immediately follows the title slide. So you won't create a new title slide. If you want to create a second title slide for your presentation, you either need to insert it manually with your mouse or just hit CTRL+SHIFT+D on your keyboard to create a duplicate of that slide layout. So those are 2 different keyboard shortcuts, CTRL ENTER and CTRL+M, for creating new slides in PowerPoint, which is useful for quickly drafting out the outline for your presentation. To grab a PDF of all of these awesome shortcuts plus over 100 more, look for the link beneath this video.